It's the old bear and Mrs. Old Bear, the better half.
Leave out the old, please.
Gotta love her. Anyway, we're here tonight, here in our camper. We decided to come out and do a video in the camper. So, get out of the house for a little bit, play like we're camping, and come and tell you all a story. We're going to do an account, and then probably have Mrs. Bear interview the ugly one of the family, and give you an investigation that I did. Number 2. It's a tough one, but hope you like it. The account will. What we're going to do now is coming out first. Probably come out tomorrow, which will be Sunday, and then the interview with Mrs. Bear is going to come out probably Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe Thursday. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like both of them. We're going to start doing more of these. I hope you like it. And y'all, this way y'all can see Mrs. Bear a little more often. Because they always ask, honey.
Do they?
Yes,
They're a great bunch of people.
They want to know where Mrs. Bear is doing and how she's doing and all those things.
Mrs. Bear's got kind of a little coffee thing going on, like a frog. So, but I'm okay. Doing good.
Honey, you're not much taller than a frog.
I love you so much.
Anyway, guys, this account comes out of Pennsylvania. I was telling Mrs. Bear about it last night, and her reaction, well, you'll see her reactions to it. She'll probably do the same reaction she did last night. Kind of it's a little strange. A couple went to this man's family's cemetery up in Pennsylvania. It's kind of surrounded by woods. And across the road, there's a huge quarry. It's either a quarry or an old coal mine that's been reclaimed, and, you know. Anyway, they get there around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a Saturday afternoon, and he's been wanting to go up and cut grass and pick up limbs and stuff like that had fallen into the graveyard. You know, it's family. It's his great-great-grandfather, great-great-grandmother, some great-great-aunts and uncles, and, you know, it's a family cemetery. So he had made a promise to his parents that he would go up and clean it up with his brother. Now the brother he can do anything he wants. He's just a little bit slow on learning. But once he learns something, he's pretty darn smart, to tell you the truth. Anyway, they get there around 2 o'clock. They had stopped on the way and, you know, got him some drinks, you know, not alcohol, but drinks, like water and probably a few pops, maybe some lemonade or tea or something, and they had ate before they got there. So they got there and they started cutting all the grass.
Fun.
You know, and they're cleaning up the cemetery. They're taking, you know, limbs and stuff that had fallen off the trees, and they're cleaning it up. So once they got it cleaned up, you know, they were finishing up on the back section. It's starting to get dark. It took them a about 3 or 4 hours to get it done. It's starting to get around 6 o'clock. And this didn't happen but a couple of weeks ago. Pennsylvania. They've got hardwoods and pines, but it's fairly dense forest around it. And the wife is like my wife would be sitting. She wouldn't be allowed to be out there. She might pick up a few sticks here and there, but her job mainly is to hold the seat down in the truck. That's basically. Sorry, babe, but that's the job I usually give you.
No.
Most husbands are that way. So they, it's starting to get dark. They're in the back. Him and his brother are in the back of the cemetery, and they're running weed eaters. Well, he walks up to the truck to check on his wife. Took his weed eater with him, and right before he got to the truck, the wife heard something scream or howl or something. It made a loud noise that brought her attention, and she looked back down the road for the way they came in. Now, this road just goes around, and then it goes into another road, which is on the back side of it. And then on the other side of that road, it's on the back side. There's nothing but forest behind it. So, I'd say it's probably 20, 30 acres of forest that's there around the cemetery. And the brother gets up there, and the oldest one, he gets up there, and he's looking at his wife, and his wife's going, "What in the world is that noise? What was that scream or howl? Or was that a woman or a man or something?" And he's like, "I never heard it, hon. I had the weeder running. I didn't hear it." And when she asked him, it wasn't maybe but a few seconds after he made his statement that they heard it again. Well, now they're hearing something screaming coming from the way they came in, and they kind of noticed right after this that his little brother ain't running a weed eater anymore. So now he gets concerned because his brother's very particular about, letting everybody know where he's at, and he's always making sound to know where he's at. It's kind of one of the things that he deals with. It's like a compulsive disorder or something of that nature. So Big Brother says, "You get in the truck, lock it, and when you see us coming, unlock it, and we'll get out of here. I'm going to get my little brother." So he starts back across the little cemetery. Now, the cemetery probably doesn't cover an acre and a half of ground. It's open, but there's a fence around it. And, it's just a 3 or 4 foot fence, and it ain't meant to keep out anything, actually, at that height. Because people can climb across it. Other animals can jump it. It's no big deal. So he goes, and the field that it's in kind of goes up and rolls down towards the woods in the back. Well, he crests over, and his brother is standing there with the weed eater held up like this. And he's just standing there. It's not running. It's not making any noise. He's just standing there holding it. And he's not saying anything. He's not making any noise because usually, according to his brother, when he works, he sings or hums or does something. It's kind of like he has to be doing multiple things when he's out anywhere. So he can multitask, evidently, quite a bit. And Big Brother's like, what the heck? And so he takes a few more steps towards his little brother. And standing behind his little brother, he notices something pretty tall standing there on the other side of the fence. And it's just right there at the fence. They had just finished cutting the grass before he walked up to go check on his wife. So in the time that he left and walked up there and heard that scream, this thing walked up there and surprised his younger brother. So he walks down to where his little brother is, and the thing just stands there and just kind of swings back and forth. And the closer he got, he could see the face and the color of the hair. And it's fairly tall. It's 7.5 feet, something like that, he said. He said it looked like Shaquille O'Neal standing there, kind of, but with a lot of hair on his head, unlike Shaq. Anyway, he noticed this thing is swaying back and forth like this. Just standing there, his brother standing there stock still, not moving. Well, he walks over, puts his arm on his hand up on his brother's shoulder, and says, "Hey, bub, let's go." And his brother looks at him and says, "Monkey." He said, "What?" He said, "Big monkey." So, and his brother turned, started up through there, and he kept saying, "Big monkey." So his younger brother is saying it's a big monkey. Big brother is saying it's a big monkey too. They start across the cemetery, and when they got to the crest of the hill, the big brother stopped and said, "Little brother, keep going. Go to the truck, get in, put your weed eater in the bag, get in the truck on the passenger side." Sis will be sitting in the, because he always called his brother's wife Sis. And he said, "Sis will be sitting in the middle. And make sure she's got the doors open when you get there, and make sure she leaves them open to when I get there, because I'll be right behind you." The big brother stops and turns around, and this thing steps across the 4-foot fence. See her reaction? Yeah. Big brother at this point turns around and goes towards the truck. He's not taking little steps anymore. He's taking big steps. And he noticed that his little brother is putting the weed eater in the back of the pickup, and he's climbing in the door. And as soon as he saw his brother shut the door, he stopped and turned around again, and the thing was there at the crest of the hill, no more than about 20 feet behind him. So at this point, he takes off. He doesn't have a weed eater. He doesn't have anything else with him. All he's got is just himself to get in a truck. So the wife sees him running, flat out running the last 40 feet or 50 feet to the truck. She slings the door open, and he can hear his little brother in the truck screaming, "Monkey gonna catch Bub! Monkey's gonna catch Bub!" He's getting, and the brother's getting scared, and he's getting agitated. And he's trying to open the passenger door to get out and come and help his brother. His big brother screams at him and says, "Stay there. I'll be there in a second, and we're leaving. Start the truck." The wife fumbles and puts the keys in ignition and turns the key. Truck fires right up. No problems. Big brother kind of dives for the truck. The big monkey that was behind him has now been joined by another monkey that came from the way that the scream was. Now there's two of them. He jumps in the truck throws it in gear. They go out there spinning rocks, throwing gravel, and his window was down. And whenever he took off, these things stopped and started screaming. Needless to say, they haven't been back there in a couple of weeks. They know now that they won't get there till, according to Big Brother, he's never going there until 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, and by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they're leaving, no matter what time of year it is. So, that was their experience, and they called me, emailed me first, and said we needed to talk, and I sent them my phone number, and they called me while I was at work, and we discussed this for probably an hour and a half. Little brother is still saying bad monkeys.
No.
I mean, he can't. I don't. The young man can't comprehend that they're not monkeys. They're a different type of species that's been here for thousands of years, and so he's Big Brother's working with him, and he's got him starting to understand and comprehend and not be so afraid. The wife, on the other hand, said that they are never going back there, according to the wife. Sounds like somebody I know. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoy it. I hope that if you have anything you will say about it, leave it in the comments, give it a thumbs up, whatever you want to do. It's all on y'all. It's not me. I just bring them to you and give them to you as a factual event, and that's all I can do. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you stay blessed, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.